Kim Kardashian, one of our finest celebrities, she recently spoke on her TV show about her opinion that, you know what, the 1969 Apollo 11 moon landing was faked and the Americans never actually landed on the moon.
This is where you admit that you're actually a Kim Kardashian fan and you follow all of her socials. You can do it. It's a safe space, Nathan.
I mean, I've never actually seen her show. I've seen a lot of trash reality TV. I was the biggest fan in the world of Canada's Worst Driver, but I've never seen the Kardashian show,
Oh, very
except
good.
for this clip that we're talking about today.
The train wreck dumpster fire those two would have in common, I think is safe to say. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, there's been a lot of different things about this that people have questioned, and why haven't we gone back, and boot prints and photos. And I mean, pragmatically speaking, Nathan, the reality of the situation is nobody in this orbit of ours has actually seen the Earth from outside of the Earth because we're on it. People say, oh, well, the Earth is round. Okay, well, we know science has given us that part. But the photos of it are all photos that we've all taken to be accurate, right? So we've never seen it for ourselves. And this is kind of important to acknowledge the fact that there are some things we just have to trust the science on, because I've also never seen that the moon is round. I've never walked around it, right? We see it as a disc in the sky. That doesn't mean it is a disc in the sky. And I have a speaking thing that I share. And I think it's one of those change the topic, change the clarity things. So I'll offer it here. So little Billy walks into a classroom and he sits down, and the teacher says, what color is the sky? And everyone puts their hand up and people say the sky is blue. And she goes, Billy, what color is the sky? And he says, gray. She goes, no, the sky is blue. And he says, no, the sky is gray. And so they get into this debate, and the teacher explains the question. Well, they open up the windows to the classroom, and sure enough, it's a cloudy day. So who is wrong in this? And it turns out the question is actually just wrong. What color is the sky? Well, the sky, as defined, is sort of our look up, right? The blue comes from the refraction of the light through the ozone and everything else. Unless it's a sunset, then it could be red. Or if it's cloud cover, it could be gray. So the problem is not Billy, and the problem is not the teacher. The problem is people didn't ask the right question. What color does the sky appear today? And so is it one of those situations where we're often just asking the wrong question? It doesn't mean somebody's right or wrong in this, unless they're just making assumptions that aren't accurate or true.
Well, I mean, it's an interesting question. And I think in the case of the moon landing, it's less open to interpretation. And it's more, did this event occur or did it not occur? And there are plenty of reasons why I can understand why somebody would think it didn't. I mean, for one thing, as you say, we don't get to go there ourselves. And so we have to take the word of the government of the United States. And as we've seen over the course of the last 100 years, there have been times when the American government has said something that turned out not quite to be true. I mean, the way that the American government got into the Vietnam War, the Gulf of Tonkin attack, was an attack that didn't really happen. Like, there are all sorts of shenanigans and things. And because this takes place, the moon landing takes place during the Cold War, a time of intense competition between the Soviets and the Americans, when both sides were trying their hardest to flex and to show off to the rest of the world their technology and the superiority of their system. Like, the stakes were unbelievably high. And there was all sorts of weird shenanigans again that took place during the Cold War. So I'm completely, I guess, sympathetic to somebody who says, you know what, I'm a little bit suspicious about this. The best thing to always do is always look to the receipts, always look to the evidence to say, okay, in this argument that you're giving us, what is the evidence that makes you think that that your conclusion is correct?